Oh, I was a fan of Dylan's, but I wasn't looking for a music movie. Um, it's just that when presented with the chance to go back to making a film about a musician, and to know that I could collaborate with Bob and his team and have that fantastic library of songs to work with, it seemed to me that this particular book that we were adapting, um, Jay Cox and I, was such an opportunity because it's a window into a period of Dylan's life that's relatively unexplored. You know, by the end of our movie, there were a lot of cameras upon him, but in the beginning, there were almost none. And the story we're telling is about Bob Dylan on the day he became Bob Dylan, when he came to New York for the first time. Many things, of course. I met him many times, and we talked for a very long time. And he read the script, and offered much advice about how to make things more accurate, but also not just accurate in terms of history, but accurate in terms of feeling. And I'm not sure if it's all, but it would be interesting to everybody. But it was very interesting to me that many people view Dylan as a kind of manipulator or kind of puppet master, who is orchestrating a mysterious image for himself. And I found that not to be true. I found that, well, first of all, he's released over 55 records of very personal music. So in many ways, he's exposed his feelings to us more directly than almost any artist. It's just that we're never satisfied. We want more from him, maybe because the music is so intriguing. But also, he filled in different mysterious places where I think we assume he decided to go electric or become a band just to kind of to change with the times, or to kind of challenge the music he had been part of. And I think that's true. But I also think I learned from him very much that, he always loved rock and roll before he even came to New York. He learned to play an electric guitar. He was a big Buddy Holly fan, and Johnny Cash fan, and Hank Williams fan, and Little Richard fan. He liked a lot of music that featured bands, and so when he became a solo artist, that wasn't all the young man dreamed of being. And when he gained the power by 1964 to kind of do whatever he wanted, he didn't understand why it would be bad to try playing with more musicians. Well, he's one of the greatest talents of his generation. I mean, he's a great actor, a great film actor, an instinctual film actor. I think he's able to transform himself in ways that shocks people, but also he's very smart and a good guy, like really fun to make a movie with. I thought it was very promising. I mean, what you have to know is it wasn't like the first time he did it, he sounded like he does in the movie. It was a process of years. And while he always sounded good, he continued to get better and stronger and better and stronger. Even as we shot the film, he became stronger and stronger as he was living in the world of Bob. I don't know if there's a secret to making musicals, although I do. Music and film are such natural companions. They belong so beautifully together. And I'm fascinated with artists, not just musical artists. I mean, even Ford Ferrari, the race car movie I made, is essentially a movie about an artist in the sense that Christian Bale and Matt Damon both play kind of artists of the automobile, and who no one completely understands, and who are iconoclastic and difficult and challenging to authorities. But to me, what I think specifically in making a movie about musicians, that is my own ambition when I make these films, is really getting the actor so that they're not mouthing the words of someone else's voice, that is their authentic voice, that is there when they are speaking and also when they are singing, so that the film has there's no boundary between the words, spoken words, and the sung words, that you feel like it's all real, because it was. Well, I think all the Japanese fans of Bob Dylan will be very excited to see this movie, but I also think that people who might not know Dylan's work at all, it's a wonderful introduction to the sound and ideas of Dylan. And Timmy Chalamet is magnificent in the role. So if you're a Timmy Chalamet fan, you must come, because I think it's some of the best work of his life.